A lot's changed since the last time we met on here, and I first want to start by issuing a special thanks to Bill Clinton and George W. Bush. When last we met, I had a job. Unfortunately, at the end of the month, my store location is closing. To Clinton passing the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, a bank deregulation bill that swept the Depression-era laws known as the Glass-Steagall, pretty much that instituted the FDIC, or the Federal Insurance Deposit Corporation, and regulated loans. Once good old Billy set this nice little bill into place, he set the wheels in motion for where we are today. Sure, everybody and their mother wants to point to the surplus Billy left this country when he left office. But with the toxic home loans and the deregulation of banks and the industries, that turned to shit very quickly. And now shit has definitely hit the fan. Uh, you ask, why can't we just create more money? Why can't we just do that? Yeah, we've done that. See this good old fashioned $20 bill? That, my friends, now covers just two people at the movie theaters. Back in the day, when my parents were young, they could go to the movies for 10, 25 cents just to watch a movie. Back then, a dollar meant something. Money is created. The Federal Reserve and the U.S. government, they kind of have an exchange program where the the United States government contacts the Federal Reserve and say, "Hey, we need $10 billion." The Federal Reserve goes, "Okay, we'll get $10 billion in exchange for $10 billion in bonds." So they exchange, but as we all know, bonds collect something called interest, and interest is extra money paid. So your $10 billion that we created now gets another $1 billion thrown on top of it. So whatever money we owed, we now owe more. And the funny thing is, they just create that out of thin air. So my movie theater example kind of hits the nail on the head. They did that quite a few times between the 1960s and today. Shit happens, man, you know? People want to create money, people want to fill their pockets through various, give a special Zietgeist. You can check out their films on Google, or if you're watching this on YouTube, just click on the links. Now going back to the whole debt, where is our national debt right now? I've heard it to be about $8.5 trillion as reported by prisonplanet.com. And according to BillRig.com, it's at around $10 trillion. Just on the presidential inauguration, Barack Obama spent $160 million. So now, not only are we $10 trillion in debt, but throw on another $160 million that we didn't have to spend to begin with. So now what can be... puberty is acting up. So now what can be done about this national debt? Thanks to Jake Town and painforliberty.com. You guys might want to check that out. But in his article is phenomenal. What can we do to eliminate this national debt? What if we eliminated the federal income tax for this year? Can you imagine all the money that would be saved on our wages? Now think about that. You lose about maybe 20% of your tax money. That's, 20% of your gross goes towards the government. But anyway, at this rate, just think about all the money that you would be saving. I mean, haven't we paid enough money last year anyway? I mean, bailing out General Motors, AIG, Citigroup, GE Capital, and Bear Stearns, just to name a few. We've bailed out way too many businesses, and we're supposed to be a capitalistic country, and we're using socialist ideas to keep businesses afloat. Something's not right here. Just look at sfgate.com, or, like I said, look at the links off to the side, and you can see the list of all the companies that we bailed out within the last year. The second point that I really liked was slash military spending. I mean, we have over 700 military bases across the world and have spent over $1 trillion on military spending. In contrast, let's take a look at the number for education. It's at $59.21 billion. I'm sorry, that just doesn't make any sense at all to me. We'd rather fight a war in Iraq who they don't even want us there to begin with. They don't want us. But yet, we're going to let our kids suffer, dumb down America, essentially, with all these ridiculous laws and lowering test scores just so schools can look better. I mean, kids are getting stupid. Like I said, George Carlin, again, he says it best. Pretty much, you'll just need a pencil just to get into college. And, 20 years from now, if we stay at this rate. There's other points on there, but, I don't want to go on for too long. I still have other things I want to get to. Just like our president now, Barack Obama. Everyone's heralding him as this great leader of change, as this guy who was going to change the world, change the way America runs. Yeah, he's gonna change it all right. It's the same regime, it's just a different face. Oh, and quite honestly, everyone bought it. Everyone bought this change propaganda. Everybody bought it. People are making money off his name. You got the bands, you got the T-shirts. I mean, practically, Diddy did what he did with Biggie, was just make money off his name, off of Obama's name, just because he was the first black president to be elected into the White House. Everyone's making this big deal about, oh, America has not changed. We are not racist anymore. We've elected a black president. That's eroding all the challenges that he has set down on our Bill of Rights. Do you know that two of our Bill of Rights are being challenged right now? Our right to bear arms and our right to due process. So now, under the Patriot Act, not only can you not own guns or anything like that, or it's right as citizens to be able to own a gun. But anyway, not only are they challenging that, but they are also challenging our right to due process. So that means a cop can pull you over, arrest you for whatever the fuck he wants to, and throw you in jail. You don't ever see a lawyer. You don't get a trial. Nothing. It's a little much for me. Oh yeah, we had a name for that back in the 1930s and 40s. It was called fascism. That's what fascist Italy was. That's what communism was about. If you spoke out against the government, you were thrown in jail. In part, show me real change, President Barack Obama. Prove me wrong in saying all this about you. Show me that you're actually going to erode all of these fascist laws. Don't complete the turn of America into a fascist country. Everyone is told to say no to drugs. I'm telling you to say no to the American empire. Say no to globalism. We are all Americans, and together we must stand together in unity to prevent the elite from taking over this country of ours. We have allowed the media to pull the wool over our eyes for far too long. Learn your history, and this is the same pattern that Hitler, Mussolini, Castro, and even Julius Caesar used to take power. We are supporting the very evils we fought against back in World War II and throughout the Cold War. But the death of democracy is going to die out with thunderous applause because of this great charismatic figure that Barack Obama is. It's going to take a leader and a symbol of freedom. I hope it's not too late to end this tyranny and oppression that was started with the Bush administration. And when I say Bush, I mean Bush Sr. Until next time, this is The Word.